Hi everybody, and welcome to our Seashell wind chime. So if you take out the contents of your take and make bag, you're going to have some bigger shells, some smaller shells, some beads, little glass beads, some bells so that these can make fun noises, a wooden ring, a metal hanger, and some glue dots, and our fishing line. So the fishing line is pretty hard to see, so just make sure it doesn't hit the floor, or if it does, you might take a second to find it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is take out our fishing line. You should have 3 individual pieces, and we're just going to tie that into a knot to keep all the 3 pieces together. So just knot it up. And then we are going to take our hanger, and we're going to tie our fishing line to the bottom of the hanger. So this is the top part where it's going to hang. We're going to tie it to this bottom keychain kind of part. All 3 pieces should be tied up on there. Might want to do it twice just to keep it secure. Fishing line doesn't really like to stay in knots, so sometimes you have to kind of just give it a tug. Just kind of tighten it up like that. Alright, so you'll see it's kind of curling. It's a little doesn't really want to stay super straight. So that is actually why we have our glue dots. So the next thing we're going to do is take our glue dots, and we are going to put them on our wooden ring, spread out in 3 different spots. So kind of evenly spread out. So let's see, I'm going to put one. I'm going to put one here. Want to come off the paper. Alright, I'm going to put one right here. I'm going to put one here. And I'll put my last one. Ooh. These are sticky. Right over here, so they're pretty evenly spread out on my ring. Okay, so once we have our glue dots on, we're just gonna pull all 3 pieces through, so they're kind of, and then hold it up, so you just want them to all hang at the same distance, and then just take each piece, individual piece, 1 piece of fishing line, and stick it onto that glue dot. Okay? Alright, so let it stick and just kind of see. You just want to see how it hangs to make sure that they're all hanging pretty evenly. Oh. Looks like they are. Okay? So now I'm just going to wrap it around to kind of secure it. Okay, wrap it around 1 time. This one around, this one around. Alright, and then just kind of give them a little smush with your fingers and kind of secure it to that sticky spot. And then we're going to just flip it over. And then you have your 3 pieces of fishing line coming down. Okay, so that is what we are going to use to attach our shells. Okay, so this is the part where you can be pretty creative. It's really up to you how you want to put on your shells and your beads. You'll see that each shell does have a hole in it at some points. Sometimes you kind of have to turn them around a little bit to find the hole, but they do all have a hole that you can string through. I find it works best to put some of the lighter things up on the top and then the bigger shells on the bottom, because then that'll kind of weigh everything down a little bit and you won't have the fishing line curling as much. Alright, so I am going to just start kind of doing this, and you guys can start too. Like I said, find the little hole in the shells, they will all have one, and just kind of start working away. And once you get it to the spot where you want it, what you're going to do is tie a knot. Sometimes, depending on the size of the shell, you might need to make 1 or 2 knots, but you're just going to put a knot in that fishing line, and that's going to keep the shell in its place. So that'll keep it from falling down. So that'll kind of separate them. Okay? So go ahead and start putting those on however you like. So once you're happy with the amount of shells and beads and things you have, you can cut off any excess that's on the bottom of your strings. Again, be careful not to cut where the knots are because you need those to keep everything in place. And there you have it. And there they are. And then you can just use your hanger and hang this wherever you like. Good job, everybody. Send pictures if you're happy with your wind chime, and happy summer.